All right. We're recording, so welcome everyone to the December meeting of the Hampton Road Ship Model Society. We're kind of starting over because I didn't start the recording when we began earlier. One guest was recognized, Floyd Kirshner out in Seattle. It's his second time joining us. Next on the agenda would be any additions or corrections to the minutes. Are there any? Hearing none and moving right along. Treasurer's report. How you doing, Ryland?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
My computer's a little slow getting logged in. And okay. All right.
We hear you, and we have the John Cheever's perspective.
I've got the phone here. So all right. What we started the month off in November with $2,708.53. We had disbursements of $98.80 for website expenses and also $30 for the NRG chapter club dues. Total disbursements were $128.80, leaving us in a balance at the end of November of $2,579.73. And also, okay.
Feedback.
Was that me?
Okay, all right, I had unmute. All right, what we've got is, okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay.
Gordon.
Let's see, start video. Anyway, does not look like it's gonna work. Okay. I guess for some reason or another, I'm getting an echo here.
Do you have two devices logged in? Because we see you twice.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm trying to get my computer working.
Oh.
Okay. What I've got here is we got an ending balance of $2,579.73. I did send out an email with the information on the contribution for Bill Clark and also the NRG chapter club. So in addition, we received $700 in the mail from the Ford family for Bill Clark. That's been deposited in the bank. So when we add that, we've got about $3,279.73.
Get the cat out. Here.
If I may, I'd like to know about this chapter to the membership to NRG. I'd never heard of that. I thought it was only an individual membership. Maybe my chapter should do the same.
Yeah, okay, so if it's okay with you guys, so what an NRG chapter is, you have to have 5 members of your club that are NRG members already, and then you could be an NRG chapter. And if you're an NRG chapter, you can purchase club insurance as part of the NRG policy, which makes it a whole lot less expensive. Or you don't have to purchase it. You could just join as a chapter, become a chapter. You have to comply with all of the NRG's policies on piracy, etc. And with that, you get a web page on the NRC's website that you can update twice a year. And we're working on. We're working on other benefits for chapter clubs at the current time as well.
Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to the webmaster's report. I actually have nothing to report. I had a little side project going on that kind of kept me from it, but should be clear sailing from this point on. So hopefully more progress to report next month. Also have a big vacation coming up. Work will be shut down for a couple weeks. I should have some free time on my hands. Old business. We have the auction coming up later in this program. And Ryland just mentioned the NRG. Getting some feedback. I'm gonna mute everyone else for a moment.
It's 2 devices opening, so.
Mute Ryland.
I just did.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, I muted a couple other people that you can unmute yourself if you need to. Any other old business? There's the donation that was also mentioned, but I don't think we're going to talk about what to do with that just yet. I think that'll be something we do in the future. Anything else? Going once?
Yeah,
going twice?
I was going to agree with you on that, Greg.
Yep.
I think probably, to be fair, I'd like to get a steering group of the guys that actually spend time in the booth to really discuss it.
Sounds reasonable.
And then we'll present to the group.
Mhm.
If that's okay.
Yep, no, sounds quite good.
All right.
So you're volunteering to form that?
Oh, how about that guy that has no picture down at the bottom of my screen?
I think he just did.
I just did. Okay.
Yeah. Pays to speak up, huh? All right, new business. Not a whole lot going on in the world of shipbuilding, ship modeling right now. I attended, anyone else attend the State of the Museum thing
Greg,
on last Thursday?
Greg?
Yep.
Did everybody see that?
See what?
The state of the museum?
Yeah, I just mentioned it. I was there. I think I saw Gene raise his hand.
I like to tell everybody who wasn't there, the board has met, and this is tentative, that the museum is aiming at opening in May of next year. So that was good news
Mhm.
from the board. Obviously, things can happen between now and then that would stretch that out or maybe even shorten it. But the sense of the museum's board of trustees right now is to open in May.
Yeah, he mentioned that they talked about opening earlier than that and thought that they get a lot of school trips normally and that they didn't see that happening this year. So they're going to wait until after the school season was over. I guess not a whole lot of things other than school trips in the winter months. People must not like to travel when it's cold. So that's why they're targeting Memorial Day, I think is what he mentioned. They had a question and answer chat window, and I asked the question. I said that, you know, as anxious as we are to start meeting in person again, that we've realized there's some benefits to having our online meetings, like having people, members that have moved away, like Gene. I see him there. Hey, Gene. Andy's Gene, not River Gene. And the ability to have speakers that aren't in the local area, that kind of thing. And so I asked them if the meeting rooms would have the bandwidth and signal strength necessary to do that. And if not, is that something they would consider supporting? And I got a simple answer back that they're working on increasing Wi-Fi throughout the building. That was all they said. So doesn't mean that it's will work now or won't work now. We'll find out when we get there, I guess. And if it's not sufficient, then we'll just have to start speaking to somebody. All right, there's no other new business.
I'd like to mention something. I think I finally got, I don't know what's going on with my computer. I think it had something to do with the update last night from Windows, but
You look and sound better now.
Yes,
Well, the video anyway. Yeah.
one device, but I did get some information on the IPMS Richmond. I thought I would share. And what's happened with them? They started back holding meetings at the community center back in August, and they held a meeting in November, and they had voted for all of their December stuff. They were getting together at a restaurant for a buffet style Christmas luncheon. About 5 days after the meeting, they came back and said that all activities of the IPMS Richmond are canceled, and there'd be further information. I got the newsletter, and it just said that due to COVID, everything has been canceled. And also the guy that was the head of the IPMS Old Dominion Open, he has suffered a serious head injury. He was a young guy. I forgot his name. I thought I was going to try to get to it, but my computer problem slowed me down. But he is in and out of consciousness, and I don't know what happened, but I worked with him last year. You know, he was the guy that organized all the volunteers. I think anybody who volunteered probably would recognize him if they saw him, but it's really sad. So right now, the IPMS Richmond, they have not announced any future meetings, any virtual meetings or anything. So I really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the FDA approval of the vaccine yesterday was huge. And that means at some point we start, you know, in the reasonable future, we may start moving past this. Virginia got allocated 72,000 vials of the vaccine. There's plans to start vaccinating frontline healthcare workers. So hopefully we will get to the point in the next few months when enough people are vaccinated that things can start reopening.
Yeah. In New Jersey, the timeline that I saw this morning in the newspaper is basically 60 healthcare workers first, healthcare workers and assisted living facilities first, essential workers second, 65 and older third, and 65 and older third looks like it's going to happen in March. So at least that's the projection so far in New Jersey.
Okay, well.
How do we get ship modelers moved up on the list?
Manning the taco, those at the taco stand, since they're exposed to the public, they'll be before the rest of us in the club.
Those are frontline chip modelers.
Exactly.
Amen.
That's what I was going for. Thank you.
Well, as a side note to that conversation, Maryland was contacted by the Virginia Health Department, I guess, as part of their program soliciting volunteers to participate, to give inoculations and so forth, being a former nurse. And I don't know what the criteria is, but there is a call for volunteers to aid in this effort. And I believe that part of that obviously would be an inoculation to protect you against, or, you know, for people who you are treating. So that's another avenue if you're interested in volunteering. I'm not sure of the website. I'm sure that Dave would know more about that.
It sounds like the place to look would be the Virginia Department of Health, the VDH website.
Yeah, that I believe is the case, in fact. And Maryland was obviously on a call with them this morning, trying to find more details about it. But they're putting together this program to try and mobilize everybody to get this moving quickly.
Okay. Looks like Tim was fetching his show and tell. Are we ready to move on to show and tell, or do we have some more new business to discuss? All right.
Okay, new business. I just thought of something.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, for some reason I've lost my video again, so I don't know what's going on. But the picnic for September, you know, we normally register it the first couple of days of January. This would be around, I don't know what the September date is, but maybe September 10th, 14th, something like that. Do we want to reserve the shelter this year for the picnic?
I would say we do. Let's be optimistic and hope that things return to normal in the next 9 months.
Right.
We're just talking about vaccines, and we had no problem getting our deposit back this last year. So I presume that if for some reason we can't hold it, we'll still not have a problem getting it back this time.
That would be September 11th.
Yeah, okay. So, I know we got our deposit back last year. I don't know, if we make a reservation, and I don't even know if there's be taking reservations yet.
Yeah, that's another good point.
So I'll go on ahead and start looking for that September 11th date at the same shelter and try to get that worked out.
Yeah, and if at first you don't succeed, try again. Meaning once, what I mean by that is, once they do, if they're not taking reservations now, once they open it up.
Yes,
I think,
I'll keep checking back because it is a good shelter, and we've had we were in it for 2 years there, and it really worked out well for us.
Tom, Bill, if you want to make a road trip, go ahead.
Absolutely. I'd love to try to make it. The other thing I might mention, it's a little north for the folks here, but Joint Clubs meeting, it's a consortium of clubs in the Northeast get together in New London, Connecticut once a year. It's typically in April. The organizers this year reached out and they're looking at more of a later in the year program, possibly beginning of October. I know Ryland attends these. I think a few other folks from Hampton Roads have attended in the past. So I'll just mention that it won't be in April. It looks like it's going to be later in the year, possibly early October.
It's sounding like October 2nd, but we're not there yet.
And on the same topic, the NRG is scheduled for around October. It's the 3rd week of October.
Yeah, that's still what's going to happen with that is we're going to make a decision going in January, February timeframe on what to do, because a lot depends if the state of California is open or closed. Okay, so the plan is to go back to Thousand Island Museum in Oxnard, California, pending 1, if the state's open, and 2, if people are willing to travel. And that decision is going to probably be January, February timeframe.
And Josh, I wish you luck trying again with your whatever it was. I can't remember.
The Battleship Model Con.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just about timing and and I mean, we're going to shoot for August again, but it also is contingent on the battleship schedule as well.
And speaking of Josh, it was several meetings back that I was thinking I missed recognizing you as a guest, and I missed recognizing you as a guest today. And I'm sure this is not your 3rd meeting; it's probably more like your 4th, 5th, or 6th. I never asked if you wanted to join the club. I think I was just presuming that you were continue as a guest, but you are at any point, if you wish, welcome to join the club. You don't have to attend any meetings to be an associate member like Bill and Tom are, but to become a full member, we invite you after the 3rd meeting. So you are officially invited.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So let us know if you'd like to join as a full member or an associate, or if not, just keep showing up.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, we now wrapped up the business portion, or are there any last minute thoughts?
Greg,
Yeah.
several of our members accepted the orphan models.
Okay,
And one large one, I think, is going to a museum in Isle of Wight somewhere. We're still working on the paperwork that has to be done on the ones that the museum has. They haven't accessioned them, but they just want to be safe when they get the paperwork done. So for those of you waiting, anxiously waiting to get your free models, we're working on it, and it shouldn't take too much longer to get some kind of a draft done. Whether you have to sign for it, I don't know. We did not actually accession those models, but they're yours. It's just a question now of how to get them to you.
all right. Congrats to those that got something for free. That's always good. Anything else? All right, let's move on to show and tell. I'm going to stop the recording and restart it. So I post these separately on the web.